It's Darlene. So today's video is about muscle testing. This is a tool that I started using pretty regularly several years ago. And if you're not familiar with it, it is a great entryway into tapping into the intelligence of your body beyond what your thinking mind is telling you. So, scientists and studies have shown that only 10% of our consciousness comes through our minds and through what we're aware of through our thinking. And 90% of our consciousness is subconscious, unconscious, and that's what we're going to be playing with today with muscle testing. The body is tapped into that universal energy, force field, the intelligence that is greater than what we have access to with our thinking minds. And particularly in decisions that affect the body, it's a really great way to know what your unique body requires. My philosophy is that there are some basic foundation things that everybody's body needs for the most part, which is basic nutrition needs of drinking enough water, eating foods that are high vibration in moderation, movement. The bodies love to move. The body loves being connected to nature. Beyond that, though, there is so many different variables that are not one size fits all. So, there might be a certain supplement that your body really requires that mine doesn't require. Or maybe it's really great for you to get a flu shot every year. I know my body does not like it. It just says no to it. And so using muscle testing, it's a way for you to reclaim what your own unique body desires and requires. And that can change from day to day, from week to week. So it's a great way to connect to the information that your body has. And also, it's a wonderful way to build a foundation of being in partnership with your body, actually including your body in the decisions that you're making regarding what foods you're eating, what supplements you're taking, what movement you're doing, who you hang out with. There's a plethora of questions that can be asked. Basically, what I've discovered for myself and what I know to be true is that when something makes me strong, then that means it's right for my body, whether it be something that I'm ingesting, something that I'm wearing, something that I'm thinking, an emotion that I have in my body. When I feel strong, then that's a yes. When I am weakened by it, then that means my body is not supportive of my body. So there's a few ways that you can play with muscle testing. And today I'm going to show you how you can self-muscle test. You can also do this with a partner, or if you have a partner, you extend your arm out and the partner pushes down on your arm to test if you're strong or weak. But this video is going to be a couple of ways that you can do this on your own. So first I would like to show you the sway test. And this is a great way to start if you're new to muscle testing. So I'm going to move the camera down just so you can see my feet for a minute. You just want to stand with your feet about this position apart, just relaxing your body, okay? Now, what I'd like you to do, I'm going to invite you to do. This is what I do. I ask my body permission to receive information through the testing that I'm going to do. I like to make sure that my body is okay with that. And I also call in my higher power and I ask my body to connect with my higher self, my higher power, and guide me into the best information that will be most life-affirming for me today. So that is the intention that I set before I even begin. When I ask the question to my body, which I can say it out loud or I can say it to myself silently, I'm going to come back up here so you can see my face. So standing in this position, just to begin, I want to make sure that I am receiving accurate information. So once I've created my intention, I've asked my body if I have permission to test with it. And okay, so let's do that right now. Body, do I have your permission to muscle test for this video right now? And I leaned forward. And that means yes. My body is saying yes. It's giving me permission to use this tool to provide information. So if I were to ask, you want to state your questions very simply in a yes or no format. You don't want to ask your body, so what are your thoughts on the next presidential election that's coming up, right? You want to state it in the form of yes or no. So I usually start just by testing, my name is Darlene, which it is, and my body leans forward. If I were to say, my name is Ralph, then I would lean back, and that's a no, which really intuitively makes sense. When it's in alignment with what you desire and require, you would move forward toward it, right? When it's something that you don't want, you would back away from it. So it's really pretty simple. The way you can use this, there's so many different ways you can use it. I like to include anything that affects my body in the decisions that I'm making. So just for an example, we'll start with food. So I brought up a few food items that we can test, and I'll show you how I do it. So let's say that I was considering eating this tomato today. So I would hold it in front of my solar plexus, and that's sort of a cue for my body. It knows, like, I'm checking in to see if this is something that it wants, it desires, or requires for today. So I can hold it in my solar plexus. I am holding it there. And then ask the question, body, do you desire or require to eat this tomato? And it's saying no right now. Sometimes what might happen is you might get a side to side, which is sort of like, I need you to ask a more specific question for more information. Now, I could try with this tomato, body, do you desire or require to eat half of this tomato? It's still a no. But you can get more specific with your questions. One that is pretty much standard for everybody, almost everybody wants water, but we'll just check. This is purified water in this bottle. Body, do you desire or require this? Yes. Probably wants me to drink some right now. And that's another thing that you may want to check. If you're doing some testing on something that you absolutely know is yes, and you're getting a no or a maybe, you may need to be hydrated. So you want to make sure that you're hydrated. So another example, I brought up this cleaning solution, natural glass and surface cleaner. Body, do you desire or require ingesting this? And it's a no. It really doesn't want to drink any glass cleaner today, which I can't blame it. So you get the idea. This is a very elementary, basic way that you can start to really connect more deeply with what it is that your body is asking for. You can use this with movement. You can ask, I do this, if I'm choosing to run or to cycle or to dance, I'll ask my body, would you like to dance today for your movement? And it'll give me a yes or a no. Or, would you like to cycle today? I also use it when I'm getting dressed in the morning, so that my body really feels comfortable and is, feeling happy and ready to pulse out into the universe, there's certain clothes that will contribute to that, and also certain colors that are beneficial to shift us into optimal health and on all levels, not just physically, but emotionally, mentally as well. So I will go into my closet in the morning and ask my body what it would like to wear that day. And sometimes something will pop out and I'll see it and I'll be pretty sure that that's what my body wants to wear, and I'll still test it. Like, I'll take it out of the closet and I'll say, body, do you want to wear this today? And it'll give me a yes. Or if it's a no, then I'll take a look and see if we can't find something else. Something I'd like to say about this is that sometimes my body will pick out outfits that aren't appropriate for whatever activity I have going on that day. So it's not like your body always gets the final say on everything. So I'll have a conversation with my body about that. Like, okay, this is the kind of look that we kind of need to go for that's appropriate for this. What's in the closet that works for you today? And we're able to negotiate that and work it out. The same with food. So let's say I'm not hungry in the morning. I eat when I'm hungry. I don't have like structured, regimented times that I eat. Sometimes though, I'll be out all day long and my body won't be hungry and it won't want something to eat at that moment, but I won't have an opportunity to eat for say 6 hours. So even though my body would have given me a no that it didn't want to eat at that time, I'll say, okay, but here's the thing, we're not going to be able to eat until 2 o'clock or whatever. So do you want to eat this? And then maybe my body will say it wants to eat half of it. That's the other thing I wanted to share with you regarding food. So hang on one second. So I brought these almonds up. So if I ask my body, do you desire or require to eat this? And I'm getting a side. So it wants more information. Do you desire to eat 1, 2, 3? So it moves forward on the amount. So my body wants 3 almonds right now, but I'm not going to eat them right now because I'm doing this video. Just after we're done, okay? So that's the basic sway test. Some people find it easier to do than others. It's one of those things you just practice with it, play with it. First of all, what I love about it is when you start using it, you immediately bring mindfulness and awareness into including your body into the decisions that actually affect it. Also, as you get more skilled at it, it's kind of like training wheels, so to speak. You will just start to intuitively know what it is that your body does want and doesn't want. It's very powerful. What it does is it frees you up from being in a set regimen of this is healthy, this is not healthy, what the experts tell you, is what you should be doing. And it actually honors your unique body for that day and puts you back in the driver's seat of being in relationship with your body and making decisions based on what's right for you, because not one size fits all. So that's the sway test. The other test that you can do is I think it's called the finger test. And I'll do this in places where I don't want to do the sway. And it's a little quicker for me too. So what you do with the sway test is the ring test is I take my left hand and create a circle. And I hold my thumb and my index finger together. And then I take my right hand and I form a circle looping them together like that. Okay? So what you want to do is not just bear down with that left hand, but just keep some pressure there. And then as you ask your question, you're going to try to pull apart, okay? And if it's strong without forcing anything, this left hand is going to stay connected, and that means a yes. If it pulls apart, that's a no. So for example, I can ask, my name is Darlene, and I do that pull, and it's a yes, it stays connected. And then I ask the question, my name is Ralph, and it pulls apart easily. This is going to be something that you'll have to sense, which is why sometimes it's easier to start with the sway test rather than the ring test with the fingers. However, you may find that it's just really easy for you. So just using average pressure, asking the questions, and then seeing if you stay strong or if you go weak. And that's your body's way of allowing you to tap into information that is greater than what your thinking mind has access to. So I invite you to bring it in with anything that is concerning your body and see what happens. Have fun. Play with it. Bye for now.